What is up, guys? It is the Late Night Live. This episode 22 of the Late Night Live series, and we're talking UFC 274. Great pay-per-view card. I'm really excited for that main card that's on pay-per-view. There's some legendary matchups. If you're an OG fan, there's names you've heard for decades. So it's going to be a fun one. Guys, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button. I'll be answering the live chat through the majority of the stream. At the end, I do have two guests booked to come in around 10 p.m. We'll run through the fights as we always do. I'll throw up the polls, and then we'll get your guys' takes as well. Very much looking forward to it. What is up, bro? What is up? How is everything going, my brother? What is up? Yeah, let's get this money this week. And we got to come back with a vengeance after last week. Last week was finished good, but it started rocky. What's up, my bro? How is everything? What is happening, bro? Just right now, I'm living it up, man. Life is beautiful. I'm getting lean, baby. I'm getting lean as fuck, lad. Right now on the cutting diet still, man. I don't know if you guys see a difference in my face, but if you look a few months back to now, you can see, man, these cheeks have come in a lot, man. Amazing card this week. A card that I am stoked about. It's a card that brings back memories, really. Seeing Cowboy and Lozon on there. It's going to be fun. At the very least, we're going to get great action. I agree. I don't feel bad about buying this pay-per-view. It's not a lacking one. You know, I buy every one of them. We'll be doing the live for the full card. So tune into that Fight Companion because that'll be a lot of fun. Smash the hell out of those likes, guys. Let's pump that algorithm, baby. Let's pump that algorithm. Andy Gonzalez, my brother. I'll see Andy Gonzalez at the end of the show, guys. I got him coming in as the guest. He is a cult hero on the channel at this point. He had a fantastic week last week when majority of the people had a rocky-ass week. So super excited to have him come in and give some takes, man, to give some quality takes this week. Just making sure I got everything popped up. Yup, I do. Posted. We're live. We're going to get into it here in a moment. I'm going to pull up the Tapology page, and then we'll get the polls popping to start the night off. Journey versus Fernie. Bantamweight division fight. Bernie versus Fernie, man. I love this matchup, baby. I love this matchup. Garcia and Newson. I do think this is actually a pretty good fight. I'm expecting high entertainment value from these two, especially in the bantamweight division. And I'm going to get prepared to write down the timestamp so the replay gang can be locked and loaded. All right. First fight of the night, Journey Newson versus Fernie Garcia. Look at this matchup. I feel like there's high possibility of entertainment. Journey Newsom's a guy, he's got big power, but he also was knocked out bad in the recent one. But you start looking at that loss to Costa, it's not a terrible loss. He got caught with a big shot. That's the fight game. You look at his opponent, I see a decent skill set overall. I do have some notes here that I'm going to bring up that I wanted to talk about with Garcia especially. I will say what I like about Garcia is that peppering jab. I like the way he works it, but he does get hit a fair amount. And I feel like somebody like Journey could, definitely potentially hurt him here. Still, even with that being said, I don't see that big knockout shot landing for Journey. There's no question on the Garcia chin. I'm not really going to downplay the Newsom chin either. He got knocked out, but every fighter you fight long enough is eventually going to get put to bed. He just happened to get put to bed pretty quick in the last one. I feel like we're going to see Newsom win a hard-fought decision, but it's not a fight that I'm like super zealous about betting and excited. I like Newsom's explosiveness. I like the kickboxing game. I do think he hits a bit harder than Garcia, but Garcia's a guy with some volume, will come in and press. The lead hand's a little low. I think Journey could capitalize on that with overhands. We'll see if it comes to fruition on fight night. But either way, I'm liking that Journey Newsom side to get the win to start us off. People don't love that, though, because I do believe a lot are on the other side. Surprisingly, though, in the live poll, 60% of the people are on the Journey Newsom side. Let's see the odds right now. Fernie Garcia is still the favorite. He's minus 139. Newsom plus 135. This is like a potential better. This is one I'm going to dive even a little deeper in later in the week to see if I really want to pull that trigger. But over 1.5 is minus 290. I do think we're going over a round and a half. Newsom to win a decision plus 280. Fight to go the distance minus 140. I think we're going distance, and I think the Newsom side's winning. Of course, you can look at recent losses for Journey. The one against Randy Costa, quickly knocked out. But look back a bit before that. His original debut was against Ricardo Ramos, and he went the full distance with Ramos. He's a pretty slick kickboxer. I don't think Fernie Garcia is as dangerous as Ramos striking, but I do think he's going to bring a high pace and pressure. We'll see what we get from Newsom. I think he can win the fight, but I wouldn't be surprised, like in the slightest, if Fernie Garcia, tough, good-chinned Mexican guy, is able to put a high pace on Journey Newsom and get a decision or even a potential late stoppage, to be honest. So I don't love the Newsom side, but I'm still picking it. More than 50% of the sway is leaning the Newsom way here. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, my brother. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to have some fun tonight. Good takes from some good people coming up. Cheers from Costa Rica. Well, cheers right back at you from the USA, my brother. Fernie can't crack at that UFC level, and level of previous comp is questionable. I feel like that's the biggest difference. We don't know. Like, look at Fernie's recent wins. He beat Joshua Weems 8-1. Okay, good win. 4-1. Bataya. Split decision loss. This is the one that concerned me, was this Ryan Hayes fight. Even going distance with Bataya, not super incredible with Jay Viola. You know what? The odds of him, like we have the what is it, the recency bias of seeing Fernie get a knockout. I don't think Journey Newsom's a guy that's getting put to sleep in one touch. Newsom's going to go out there and make it competitive, and I'm saying Newsom wins the decision. I think it goes long. I like the over 1.5, over 2.5, minus 160. Fight goes distance, minus 140. I'm pretty slick with those over-unders as of late, and I do like the over a lot in this matchup here. Outside of the fight between Joe Anderson, Brito, and Philly, I'll be honest, I thought there was way more of a chance that Philly gets a W. That was crazy. Which 3 fights do you feel most sought about on this card? Also, if you get to see the fights this weekend, which would you pick? If you only get to see 2 fights this weekend, if I got to see 2 fights, it would be Ferguson, Chandler, and it would be Oliveira, Gaethje if I had to pick. Those are my 2 favorite fights. I'm feeling very confident about Olive's at the top. I think that he should get the win. I like the chances of a win for Ovince St. Preux over Shogun, older guys, albeit, which could be a concern. And then looking through the card, other fights that I think should be towards the favor, Andre Fialho over Cameron VanCamp. There's definitely some matches I'm feeling pretty good about. Clayton Rodrigues, but he's an early guy. I'm not going to throw down heavy on the early guy. His debut against Carlos, who's not an easy fight. Vergara is going to make it tough. We'll get into all the picks, man. We got everything coming through. I'm going Cortez personally, bro. I'm going Cortez on that one. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I just got Ortega selling me because he's with her. But you know what? I'm picking the Cortez side. Let me get ready for this next fight here. I'll throw the poll up. Let's close out this poll. 57% on Journey Newsom. Okay. You guys are making me feel even better about this Journey Newsom pick. Let's go. All right, running up the card, we had got Godinez and Carnelossi up next. Let's run that one up. Godinez. Carnelossi. Like an Italian last name. Carnelossi. She don't look Italian, though. She looks intense. Carnelossi looks scary, man. She's got those gains. She's built like Jessica Andrade, but bigger. You know what? She's built like John Lineker. This girl's huge. That strength worries me a little for this matchup. 100%. Let me throw down the timestamp for the replay, gang. All right. This fight is Lupita Godinez versus Ariane Carnelossi. Good matchup, though. I do think we're in store for an interesting one because it's more of the mauler in Carnelossi versus a girl who, Godinez, I guess, technically she mauls her opponents with the wrestling, but she's not a brute force. She's not a specimen of nature. I mean, Ariane Carnelossi is dangerous. She definitely hits hard, heavy flurries coming in, like a raw talent, but makes up for it with explosiveness and absolute power and strength that will outweigh Lupita's side. The thing is, I'm picking the more technical fighter in Lupita Godinez. I see her landing the takedowns. Not going to be super easy to do with Carnelossi. It's a scary bet. Like, even as I'm talking about, Carnelossi's a live underdog. 100% Carnelossi is live as a dog. But I think Lupita Godinez should fight smart and get a decision win, grinding against the cage. Carnelossi will be strong, but if Godinez wears on her, the technique will outweigh the strength. I believe that Godinez has the better technical clinch grappling. I could see trips. Now, Godinez getting on top, I don't see a ton of damage. So this is how I'm looking at the fight. I could see Godinez winning a decision, or I see Carnelossi doing damage, violently hitting Godinez. More chance of a finish goes to Carnelossi side, 100%, but I think the odds are Godinez wins a decision, even though I understand the Carnelossi side, and I really, looking at it, especially when you look at Carnelossi with those dynamite delts, you want to pick her. She's plus 159 as a dog, being Carnelossi. Godinez minus 162. I'm going loopy. Very low confidence as I talk about this fight. This is why I love the late night live. This is the unfiltered breakdown show. I tell you exactly how I'm fucking feeling. And on this fight right here, Carnelossi is scary. I don't want to throw money on Godinez. I will not be. If you want to dog up the Carnelossi side, I wouldn't hate it. I definitely would not hate it. Let me pull up the odds. What are Carnelossi by TKO? Plus 600. Carnelossi by TKO plus 600? I mean, she could get the finish. It's not impossible. I'm going Godinez wins a decision, though. That's the official pick. If you want to prop that up, Godinez wins via decision. Plus 110. Godinez straight money is minus 162. Yeah, the overs are huge here. Minus 270 over 2.5. They're expecting it to go distance. It's because they're looking at it as a Godinez grinding decision. But Carnelossi's not going down easy. She's like a fucking Tasmanian devil in there. So this is going to be a fun fight. I'm excited to see what happens here. Not one of my more confident picks of the week. I still like the Godinez side, but Carnelossi's dangerous. Dangerous. I will throw some up tomorrow on this week's Best MMA Bets. I will give my Bellator and PFL select picks. I'm mainly looking through the fights on the main card and certain prelims that I would actually want to throw money down on. That's the biggest thing. When I look at PFL and Bellator these days, their full card breakdown doesn't really fully interest me. I want to do Bellator select picks and just give you the picks and a breakdown for the fights I want to talk about. I just haven't gotten to it, to be honest. I had this to do today. I ended up not looking into it as deep as I would have liked. But I will have a more in-depth betting side on this week's Best MMA Bets. And then maybe I drop a select breakdown for Bellator and PFL. We'll see. But I will have picks on this week's Best MMA Bets. That's the best place to go if you're looking for the betting side, because I'm not going to be giving you the bullshit side. Hey, bet the prelims. It should be a lot. The odds are ugly, and these guys are not proven. And if you're not proven at the higher level, shit hits the fan fast. Shit hits the fan fucking fast. But the big names, Bellator, PFL, definitely parlay betting worthy because there's some top line fighters. Roids, I don't know. I think just good genetics. Personally, I'm going to say good genetics. I don't think it's impossible for a girl to look like that naturally if she got the genetics. Yeah, guys, smash the hell out of the like button. Let's pump that algorithm, baby. So if you haven't smashed the likes, make sure to. That's the biggest thing. Carnelossi is not a super skilled fighter. She's a raw talent. She's scary. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. The gains are popping in, bro. I'm feeling lean, slim. I'm excited, man. I'll drop a transformation pic when everything's done, bro. I'll throw it on the fitness IG. Tajik, what is up, my brother? Much love for tuning in. I did see all this. I would love to watch Nate Diaz and Khamzat, and I think Khamzat's going to destroy Nate Diaz. I feel like that's the fight to make, though. 100%. That's the fight to make. What are we doing? 5 rounds. Let's go. They're not rushing Khamzat to Kobe. They're not rushing Khamzat to a title. They're giving him the Nate Diaz fight. It's the best way to play it, man. They pay Nate good, and let's make that fight happen. I think that's the one. I'm with you 100% on Bader. Bader. I'm with Bader. I'm with you 100%. Roy McDonald, man. I got to look at the opponent, bro. Yeah, Patty has a tough fight coming up. Bet the house on Khamzat. How do your tweets get featured on the thing? I want Tajik is the Mystic Mac with that, bro. I see him on the UFC broadcast every weekend. Yeah, poor Nate, bro. Poor Nate is right. We're throwing him to the fucking Lions. As far as the poll officially, Godinez 59%. So you guys are on the Godinez side, as am I. But Carnelossi, right? She's a dangerous girl. But we think Godinez is the better fighter. She is the better technical fighter. I'm picking the better technical fighter, Godinez. That's it. Carnelossi's not going to intimidate me with those gains. Make me go sideways and flip script. Godinez is going to win. Clayton and CJ Vergara up next. Let me throw the poll up here. Run. Let me throw the poll up for the people. And let me get the timestamp ready for the replay viewers. I wish there was like some auto timestamp way. That would be fucking amazing. Clayton Rodrigues versus CJ Vergara. I'm excited to see this fight, man. I think Clayton Rodrigues is too much for CJ, but I like CJ. It's not like I want to be picking against this kid. I like the style, boxing heavy game, a lot of pressure, but he's fighting a dangerous Brazilian here. I like the kickboxing of Clayton a lot. He's a very talented kickboxer. From range, his kicks are phenomenal. He is pretty good at managing his distance. Now, is at a disadvantage of the reach, but he uses his legs more efficiently than CJ Vergara, so I do think the kicks will manage distance a bit more for Clayton. CJ's side, the guy's got some solid hands, boxing heavy game. I do think he has pretty solid head movement. It's not an easy fight for Clayton. I do think Clayton's going to be ripping a lot of low kicks, a lot of body kicks, front kicks. CJ Vergara is going to be looking to close that distance, might wrestle a little bit. For sure, he might wrestle a bit. Inside, rip punches. And I think CJ will be doing that. He's going to be looking for heavy punches in close range. He'll try to get the boxing working, but I think Clayton's kicks are a big issue. Now, I don't think Clayton's bad with his hands either. I also feel like the jab of Clayton is going to be something. CJ, not really a big jabber, even though he's got a little more of a reach. He's going to be looking to close distance with head movement, and I do think look for more hooks, uppercuts, overhands, things of that matter. And I feel like Clayton Rodrigues is going to keep him at bay, rip him with nice kicks, and impress us with a good decision. The odds are really wide for this fight, though. Clayton Rodrigues is a pretty big favorite. Minus 275 is best value for Clayton. Vergara plus 257. I like Clayton Rodrigues to win the fight. Minus 275. Fairly confident, but it's a UFC debut. So be very cautious with betting, especially because Vergara is not going out easy. This is a kid coming off of the Dana White's Contender Series as well. Lost his debut, unfortunately. Ode Osborne is a pretty good fighter. That's not an easy guy to debut against. And I think Clayton is also going to be a bit too much, but I'm not writing, or I guess I'm not closing the book on Vergara's UFC career. He's a threat to some. As far as over 2.5, it is minus 117. So the thing that might be a finish, which is probable here, is definitely a chance of that. Over 1.5 minus 225. If Vergara was to win a decision, it's plus 500. Clayton to win by decision, plus 185. Clayton by TKO, KO, plus 275. I like the odds of a decision. I think we're going longer here, but it'll be a sweaty decision bet, especially if we're going over 2.5. I like over 1.5 more at minus 225 because you're going to be nervous. Vergara, he's got hands. He's going to press with the boxing. Clayton's got great kicks, and he's going to land some nasty kicks. You're going to hear some snaps even with the crowd in attendance. So be prepared to sweat if you're playing the over on this fight. I like Clayton to win, but not an easy matchup. I don't want to sleep completely on my guy Vergara. Hey, I'm doing fantastic, my brother. I hope you're doing well too. You don't think Khamzat Nate's the fight to make, bro? Maybe not, but shit, I like the fight. O'Malley versus Munoz, what you think? I think Munoz is going to look to rip those kicks, but I think Sean O'Malley should win the bout, man. I think he might knock Munoz out, but decision is definitely a realistic outcome. I feel like we're realizing how good Chito Vera was, and he made O'Malley look like light work, and a lot of people sleep on that one, but shit. Vera's a problem. Guys. Don't forget to hit the like, fam. Helps AJ on the algorithm. You're absolutely right. Make sure to smash the likes if you enjoy the content. Show some love to your boy. How about the way they screwed ass with Curtis Blades? I mean, come on, instead of Tuivasa to get more hype. I know. I actually thought they should have flip-flopped that. I thought we go Tuivasa, Aspinall. That fight's incredible. That's a sweet main event in England. Instead, we go towards Curtis. And I think you go Curtis versus Ciryl Gane. I think the hope is that Aspinall is going to beat Curtis Blades with his jiu-jitsu and his boxing. And then the other hope is that Gane probably decisions Tuivasa, but there's a chance that Tuivasa wins by knockout. I feel like they would rather make Aspinall fighting for a belt or Tuivasa fighting for a belt or even Gane fighting for a belt as opposed to Blades. Blades is last option. If he beats Aspinall, the UFC, trust me, they'll be upset, but they want Aspinall. I want Aspinall. The world probably wants Aspinall here, but Curtis Blades is not an easy matchup. He's a dangerous wrestler. I'm not going to give an official pick, but early take, I still think there's a chance Aspinall gets it done. And I feel like the grappling skill set is going to threaten Curtis Blades on the ground. I like that. I like that. I think he might knock him out in the second round. You think they should not make him fight? Biggest thing is, you know, the UFC's a big company, man. Yeah, I think Ty always has a chance, bro. Tai Tuivasa is a heavy hitter. And if he touches the chin, you will fall. And Ciryl Gane's no different. I just think the range management, the kicks, the distance, come on. Tuivasa is not going to have an easy time with Gane. The odds of him winning are low, but he brings that power throughout the fight. 5 rounds. Somehow Tuivasa finds that chin. Holy shit. The UFC is going to be jumping with fucking joy. They're praying that Tuivasa wins. Praying. But they really like Gane too. But Tuivasa, come on, he's with Full Send. They'll love it. Lots of dogs on this card. Yeah, there are some good dogs on this card. I'm excited to touch some of these dog lines, man. Let me check the poll. Rodrigues, 90% of the people. So good pick on my end, I guess, if the chat's in agreement. Because the chat does pretty fucking well for the most part. Better than I did last week, for sure. With my Mike Breeden touch. That was fucking golden. Listen, he gave a good performance, but fucking hell. Ladies going after it next. It's Cortez Gatto. I'm going to get the poll up there for you guys. Cortez. Cortez, baby. Let's fucking go, lads. Let's fucking go, lads. Tracy Cortez versus Melissa Gatto. Women's battle. And a women's battle that I'm pretty excited for. I like Gatto's stand-up a lot. She's dangerous with her jiu-jitsu. She's explosive with her kicks. But Tracy Cortez is consistent. Good pressure style. Not a phenomenal striker. Will take you down. Can control position. Not super impressed when you look at the win over Justine Kish. But at this point, Kish's stock has rose after beating Lima McFarlane. That's a positive attribute. I guess beating Justine Kish is the biggest feather in the cap of Cortez. I mean, she's got decent wins. Egger, Vanessa Mello, she's over in PFL. Agapova, Blanchfield split decision win. I guess that's maybe the nicest looking win because Blanchfield looks all right. Melissa Gatto's 8-0 with 2 draws, but she's looking dangerous, man. She finished Sijara Eubanks. I think Sijara Eubanks is a superior fighter to Tracy Cortez. I think Sijara Eubanks beats Tracy, to be honest with you. I'm going Melissa Gatto for the win. How does she get it done? I expect kicks to the body. My fear is that then Cortez is catching kicks to the body, taking Gatto to the floor. But I feel like Gatto is confident off the back with her jiu-jitsu. She won't tap Cortez, but she'll throw up attacks. There's going to be a lot of chain submission attempts. I'm liking the odds of Gatto going the distance and winning here. Wouldn't be shocked if she gets a finish somehow as well. I'm not picking against the 8-0 fighter, especially at plus money. The line for this matchup, Gatto plus 144, Cortez minus 150. She's a live underdog. Women's MMA does get us into trouble. We know this. Look at last week with Gino Mazzani. We got into some trouble. I got into some trouble. It is what it is. That's the fight game. Gatto, win, decision. Don't like the prop at all. Plus 350. Gatto by KO, plus 700. Over a round and a half, minus 365. Over 2.5, minus 210. It's a toss-up matchup. I see it going long. I see a lot of clinching, a lot of grappling. I think Gatto's going to throw up a lot of submission attempts from the bottom. It might be a spotty split decision, but I think Gatto gets it done. I think striking Gatto's definitely better. So if she can keep it standing, get some combinations going, she'll separate herself a fair amount from Cortez on the scorecards. So I'm picking Gatto to win, but I don't love the pick. I like the pick. I like it. I'm picking it. I'm riding with it. I'm assuming they'd make it 5 rounds, bro. I do think so. That would be Curtis Blades. Yeah, he'd bring the heavyweight belt back to the USA, bro. That Full Send. Dude, they baited the shit out of us. I never heard nothing from Full Send. I never heard a thing from Full Send after that. Not only did I not hear a thing, I didn't hear a thing about any of the people that were in front of me. I didn't hear a thing about the guy who won. I thought they were doing Full Send betting, Full Send MMA. They weren't doing any of it. It was a real bait thing for they like got the MMA community riled up. Oh, we're gonna have a chance, and then like just to blow up, go more mainstream faster, and then they're like, now we're not gonna do that. But do I blame them? No. They got a ton of other things going on. What do they need to get into the MMA space? Leave that to us. Leave that to me. I'll stick with the MMA space. They'll do their thing with the comedy space, and they'll keep kicking ass with the pranks and shit, the vlogs. Yeah, no, I think Tuivasa is going to lose, but there's a chance he lands. Did Arlovsky really win last week? And guys, I'm going to tell you, I didn't rewatch it, so I can't give you an honest review. But I see why he won the fight. It's more combination shots. Collier had some wide hooks that somewhat landed. He looked slow. He looked sloppy. The judges like what Arlovsky brought. He landed a takedown at the end. Yeah, it's cool. Didn't do a ton of damage. Both. It was a toss-up fight. The judges are going to give it Arlovsky. And that's it, man. That's it. They're talking about it, bro. They're talking about it, but who knows? Tracy too busy partying with Ortega. Hopefully she's getting that championship style, bro. That championship material. You know, her man fought for the title. Hopefully she's getting in the running for that. Yeah, I need to do that more often. Yeah, it's a release. They just started talking about it. They're talking about Khamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz. They're talking Sean O'Malley, Pedro Munoz. That's the biggest news in the space right now. I should probably start doing fucking news videos, and I eventually will. Eventually. Nate isn't even running. Should be a good send-off. I don't think Nate would want it anyway. A good way. War before he leaves, but he will go down. He'll definitely go down. I don't know if he'll take the fight. Depends what they're paying. I really think it depends a lot about what they're paying him. It's not impossible to go the distance, but I feel like Khamzat would want to sleep him. Can you imagine Nate Diaz chokes out Khamzat Chimaev? The world would go mad. But no, I think Khamzat does stop him later. 3rd round, maybe. He's got to relax a bit. Any quick parlay? In general, my parlay tips are 2 to 3 fighter maximum, confident picks, established fighters. Just MMA betting in general, you're better off picking established guys. I make the mistake myself often of I play a guy that I've watched on the regional scene and he looks good, and then when he comes to the UFC, the caliber ain't there. You got to sit down and be confident in your guys. Back it with research, man. Before you place the money, do a little extra research. Don't just listen to me. Go look into it yourself and make sure you're like, yeah, I agree with him. You might be like, he's fucking nuts. I totally disagree. And that's fine. Do what you feel is best. Be smart. Less is more. Less is more. 2-fighter underdog parlay. If I got to give you one, underdog parlay, I don't like it at all. Gatto. I don't know. Gatto, Newson are 2 dog picks. Gatto, Tony Ferguson. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some spotty dog spots. Like they could come through, but you could also see all the favorites running through them. It's just a very tricky card, man. You can't just look at the odds here. Pick the fighters you're confident in if you are thinking about playing any bet. I need to know what the MMA Decisions official line was. I have no idea. I'm curious. The MMA Decisions take. Let me jump to the next fight, though, and I'll close out the poll. Gatto is 67%. Okay. Solid. All right. Fialho and VanCamp up next. This is a great one. Fialho. VanCamp. Fialho and VanCamp. The good matchup. Guys, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button. And it is Cameron VanCamp taking on Andre Fialho. It's a fun matchup at welterweight. Fialho bouncing back real quick after just knocking out Miguel Baeza pretty impressive fashion. I like the quick turnaround. VanCamp's not an easy fight. Good on the ground, man. I think VanCamp is going to be looking to take this to the floor. That's his best bet to win the fight. I feel like Fialho's got the defense. I think he has the jiu-jitsu game. And I think he definitely is the harder puncher by a long shot. Fialho's a dangerous striker, man. Good pressure, experience in the game, too. I mean, this guy's an ex-Bellator fighter. I believe he fought over. Did he fight in PFL? Let me double check this. But I know Fialho has been around. He's been around. LFA, PFL, UAE Warriors, now UFC, Bellator. Like, this guy's done it. I got to say, Andre Fialho is a seasoned veteran. And he's taken on Cameron VanCamp, who's pretty seasoned too. Opposing style. It's somebody who's going to be looking to take the fight to the floor. I feel like Fialho can sleep VanCamp. He hasn't been knocked out since 2015. So again, it's a fighter by the name of Tom Schoaf, who was 6-1 at the time. I like the chances of Fialho getting a knockout here, though, especially VanCamp taking it. Short notice fight. I think Fialho can do some damage here. I like him to win. I think he's riding in with great momentum, and I like the power. Now, the odds for this one, because we didn't have the official odds when the breakdown dropped on Sunday. Minus 320 for Fialho. Cameron VanCamp plus 309. I like Fialho minus 320. I'll pull up best fight odds, actually, because I'm curious if there is any props. Because right now, there's none. Nope, no props officially released as of yet. But I like Fialho to win via knockout. Knockout. Fialho by knockout. Hamzat versus Diaz stand-up only. I'll still take Hamzat, but that's a good fight. I've heard that too. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't think he can submit him, bro. I don't think he can. Wild, man. You're wild, bro. That was, dude, Baez's chin is his biggest, I don't want to say weakness, but it is. That's his biggest weakness, man. What is up, Uncle Weezy? Excited to chat it up with you here in a bit. Uncle Weezy is one of the two guests we got dropping by today. It's Weezy, and it's also my guy, Andy Gonzalez. So, guys, stick around for the end. I'm going to run through this card, react to the live chat a bit, get the live polls, and then got a couple guests coming through. Right. I'm thinking this exact same thing. Yeah, they're doing it May 14th, I believe. Hey, shout out to Scottsdale, Arizona. Why waste your time being a bum? VanCamp has only submitted scrubs on the regional scene. He's only submitted regional scene guys. You're right. Young Weezy, let's fucking go. Yeah, man. Let's go. I'm very excited to chat with him. We'll get to it real soon. Let me close out this poll here for Andre Fialho. 86% of the people over Cameron VanCamp. Good takes. My take. Knockout. Sleep in VanCamp. Good night. Good night, Cameron. Let's keep running up the card. All right. Heavyweights going after it. Really don't want to have to put Pib Extra in a timeout, man, but he's spamming. Pib Extra. So chill with the spam, brother. I like you, man. I don't want to have to put you in timeout for blowing up the chat. Come on, champ. Come on, champ. Don't blow up the chat. All right, next one. Heavyweights going after it. Blagoy Ivanov versus Marcos Rogério de Lima. De Lima's got the power to do serious damage. He's a guy that throws 100% into every single punch. That is his game. On the ground, he's pretty good with his jiu-jitsu. Combat Sambo vet, Ivanov. I like the grappling better. I think he's got a great base. He's very physically strong. He's a guy that used to train with Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier. He's still at AKA. Blagoy's been around for a very long time, was the champion over at PFL for some years. He's got a quality overall game, but he doesn't impress me in any like specific area when it got to the higher levels. De Lima is not necessarily the higher level. He's a good mid-tier heavyweight. He hits hard. He has solid jiu-jitsu, and he's a very thick guy for the weight class. Used to fight at 205, crazy enough. 6'1", 5'11". There's a 100% chance that Marcos Rogério de Lima sleeps Blagoy Ivanov. But I'm not going to bank on that. Ivanov has only been knocked out one time. It was against Volkov, Alexander Volkov, in Bellator years and years ago. I think Ivanov can take the big shots from De Lima. I think De Lima gets tired. I think Ivanov grinds him out on the floor. I'm liking the chances of a potential late stoppage for Ivanov or even a grinding decision here. I'd much prefer to see a late stoppage. I hope that we get a knockout here. Ivanov's side is the official pick, though. Now, as far as the betting side of this fight, Blagoy is a close money favorite, minus 139, De Lima plus 128. I understand the lines being this close. De Lima's upwards, Blagoy's going downwards. I mean, his momentum shit right now. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He hasn't looked good in the UFC. De Lima's been around for a very long time, and he's looking at a chance to take Blagoy's head home. De Lima wins by knockout plus 350. Ivanov wins a decision plus 210. I think we are going over a round and a half. That's minus 155. The books don't think we're going distance. Plus 125, this fight goes distance. I like the late stoppage call for Ivanov. On the ground, tired De Lima. He might get choked out. He's been submitted in the past. Even though we haven't seen the submissions from Ivanov in the UFC, he's got a competent ground game. He's gone 5 rounds. I'm not concerned with the gas tank. I think De Lima gasses first, even in a competitive bout, and then I think Ivanov could truly take over. I like Ivanov to win. Don't love it as far as the betting side, but I do think you could cash here with an Ivanov pick, close money, but you're dealing with a powerhouse across from you that's going to throw 100%, and it's heavyweight. If one big shot lands, it could be good night for my guy Blagoy. All right, man. I gotta kick my guy out, bro. What in the fuck is my guy talking about? My guy's going bonkers over here. You see this guy spamming in the chat? Holy shit, he's out of here. He's out. I gotta throw him out. I had to, bro. I didn't want to. I had to, man. Cortez win by submission. Okay. He was choked out by Volkov, not KO. You sure he was choked out by Volkov? I swear he was knocked out. Now I gotta look at this. Was he choked out by Volkov? He was choked out. He was dropped. He was dropped by Volkov. He wasn't knocked out. That's 2014, bro. And I've not rewatched that fight. I remember watching it live. So I knew he got finished. I was actually a believer in the side of Ivanov back then. I always liked Ivanov, watching him in Bellator. And he's done fairly well for himself. Not an easy fight here. Yeah, facts, guys. Smash the hell out of the like button. We got 68 people up in here. Should have a ton of likes, man. Smash the likes, brother. Smash it. De Lima's pretty good. Has only lost to decent guys. Agreed. That's why it's a tricky fight. Bye, Felicia. 3 strikes and you're out. Exactly, bro. 3 strikes. I said, come on, brother. I said, just chill with the spam, man. I don't care. You can say dumb stuff, but at least chill with the spam. I had to tell him peace out, man. He's got to go annoy somebody else. That's a hell of a fight. I'm going Sugar Show. I'm going Sugar Show for the W. You might throw going. I mean, it's plus money going distance, and if Ivanov wins, I kind of see it. But I'm also having this feeling Ivanov submits him in the 3rd round. Over 1.5 might be the money play on this fight. I think that might be it because the line of over 1.5 is minus 155. Could happen. Could happen. Let me close out the poll. Ivanov is the people's pick. 67% of you guys towards the Ivanov side. Let's go. Let's go. Did my guy make a second account? That's fucking hilarious, bro. I appreciate that, man. It's a great compliment if you want to fucking come and chop it up with me trolling. Then we got the weasel little goat. My friend, don't talk about the picks when you don't know how to fucking spell, my guy. Come on, brother. At least spell it right. At least spell it right, my friend. Come on. Jesus. You ain't so wise, my friend. It's fucking little. Knowing how to spell little is like, what? What's that? 2nd grade? Come on, brother. Let me make sure this is the next fight. Yes, it is. Royval versus Schnell coming up. Royval versus Schnell coming up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk this fight. Let me write down the timestamp so I got it locked and loaded. I'm actually really excited to talk this Royval fight. All right, Brandon Royval versus Matt Schnell. Great matchup. I'm so excited to see what happens between these two. I think they're going to throw down and deliver with some entertainment. Both guys are violent. They like to fight. Schnell can start fast and get a little reckless, but if he's more conservative at a quality pace, I think that's the better way to approach the Royval fight. Royval is pretty good with that controlled chaos. I mean, when things get kind of crazy, I feel like Royval turns out on top. I mean, spinning back elbow. This guy's got dangerous tricks in the arsenal. Tricky with the range with the kickboxing, but Schnell is a taller guy. So it's going to be interesting to see Royval fight a guy that he's looking eye to eye to, right? 5'8" versus 5'9", 70.5-inch reach for Royval, 70-inch reach for Schnell. Royval's not the much longer guy here. Matt Schnell can box a bit. His kickboxing game is tricky. I look at this matchup and I see it getting intense, though. I think Schnell is going to bring it. The fight's going to heat up in the first 2 minutes. I see Royval locking up a submission in the second round. Schnell has a good wrestling game, but I think he puts himself into the trouble here, puts himself in the line of fire. I think Royval lands some damaging shots. I think Royval wins. Royval win by sub, but Schnell is not an easy fight. I think the lines are very wide here. At the end of the day, both these guys fought Bontorin in the last one. A lot of people thought Bontorin should have beat Royval, and Bontorin did beat Matt Schnell. That's why they're matching these two off. And I like the matchup. I actually think it makes a lot of sense because Royval at this point, the 2 losses, he needs another win before he gets back into that contender conversation. I think Royval has a legit chance to get a W. He's a bright prospect, man. The kickboxing game is dangerous. Then he can land some type of violent shot on Schnell, put him down, and I'm kind of thinking club and sub second round. As far as the lines, Brandon Royval minus 240, Schnell plus 225. Under 1.5 plus 150. I think we're definitely going under 2.5, which is minus 138. I think this fight doesn't go distance, man. I think this is a violent matchup. Schnell to win on the KO side is plus 800, crazy enough. Schnell money line plus 225. Royval minus 240. Royval to win via submission plus 225. Royval by KO TKO plus 400. I like plus 225 Royval by sub because even if he hurts Schnell, I think his natural reaction is go towards the submission. So submission, Brandon Royval, great fight. Oh my God, this is a great fight. This is flyweight action at its finest here. Flyweight action at its finest. Flyweight action at its fucking finest, lad. Let me catch up with the live chat over here. These odds are not good at all for any of the fights. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Raw dog time. I love Royval in a parlay. I think that's where I'm adding him. Hey, much love, brother. I honestly, man, I'm assuming they're that bored, bro. That's pretty funny, honestly. That's funny as fuck. Royval scares me, not gonna lie. I like him though. He's a dangerous man. He is crazy and unpredictable. You know what? That's not a bad dog play, and that's not a bad assessment of the Schnell side. I like what you're saying, brother. Raw dog by KO. Schnell can win a decision if he fights smart. Schnell is a better striker. I believe he is. You think Royval would have won that Moreno fight if his shoulder didn't pop? No, I don't. No way, you're a bitch. Schnell lost at 135 versus Bontorin to note. That was at 135. Yeah, and Bontorin is a thick boy, and he missed weight too. This is not an easy fight. This is not an easy fight. You're betting Schnell misses weight? I like that call. You like Macy? Oh, bro, that one is one. I don't like it, man. I don't like either side. I really don't like either side. But yeah, you could dog or pass it. Royval to win. We're on the same spot there, man. Royval to win. This is a very tricky card, and I am excited as fuck to see how it goes down. Royval 80%, Schnell 20% of the poll action as well. Raw dog is gonna smash. Who you fight tonight? Raw dog is gonna Schnell. I don't know, SNE. I think win is what you meant. My guy, you gotta learn how to spell, little man. No goat status for this guy talking shit in the chat. That's funny as fuck. All right, let's keep running up the card. Good one. Damn good one. We're still on the prelims, man. Holy shit. There's so many fights. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. By 10:15, I got to load a guest in. So worst case, I'll bring him on and we'll fucking talk the fight if I have to. It is what it is, because holy shit. I feel like we're going at a great speed, and we got loads. We got loads of fights left. Absolutely crazy, man. Holy shit. That's wild, man. All right, Chiasson, Dumont, get your picks up. All right. Macy Chiasson versus Norma Dumont. A fight that, looking at it towards the betting side, I don't love. Like, I more push it towards dog or pass. I feel like the matchup, I don't know, man. I don't want to be the guy that's calling snooze fest, but my prediction for this fight is it's going to suck. I don't know why I have this bad feeling. And this is not towards the Chiasson side. I like Macy a lot. I just think Dumont's game is just, it's going to be jab heavy. Chiasson's longer, but she gets too close. I think Dumont will clinch her up. This is going to be like a spotty decision, a fight that, you get your chips. You get your chips on this one. You go take a piss. I'll be sitting here, though. I'll be sitting here live for the whole thing. I think Dumont wins a spotty decision. I want Macy Chiasson to win, so if you want to pick the dog, I can't pick her, though. I can't. I want to. I really want to pick Macy, guys. I've been wanting to pick Macy, but I can't, man. It's just not my pick, but I really wanted to win. I'm picking Norma Dumont. I hate that I'm picking her, but I am. I was picking Macy. I thought that she had the goods, and then I saw the Raquel fight. I said, fuck, it's not there yet. Dumont should beat her at 45. It's not going to be a great fight. It's going to be Dumont getting a win. And what do we do now? Because this is at 145. What are we doing with this weight class? Is it a real weight class? Are we keeping this weight class? Are we keeping this fucking weight class? What are we doing with this weight class? I got no words, man. UFC. Women's 145. Because right now I see it as an excuse for fighters not to be cutting. Or Dumont maybe can't make 35. UFC abolishes 45. Go fight Cyborg. Give it a shot for the belt in Bellator. Like, I don't know what they're going to do here. Good luck to them. But holy shit. This ain't the one. This ain't the one. I swear to God, man. This guy is fucking funny, bro. This guy is fucking comical to me. Holy shit. 6 accounts waiting with spam, dude. It's low-key kind of sad, though, when you think about it, bro. Especially if he's a grown man. I hope he's 12. I really do. I think that's a good fucking bet. Dumont is thick. That fight was so bad, dude. That fight was so bad. I had to rewatch. I rewatched it for this. And I said, this is the worst UFC main event of all fucking time. I hope somehow Chiasson wins, but I don't like it. It's Guru making the fake accounts. Yeah, bro. He's like, fuck, I'm getting this guy. I'm getting him. Fuck him. If Guru really was doing that, I'd say, wow, this guy's got mental health issues. But he's not, bro. It's somebody that ain't doing well in life, unfortunately. Good luck to him. I wish the best to that guy. I don't know what the fuck his name was. Some dumb troll name, but good luck, man. I hope it turns around for you. Wasting your time trolling on YouTube. My friend, go chase your passion, my man. Jesus. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 239. I like that. Dumont to win, minus 214. Chiasson, plus 200 dog. I don't think it ends inside distance. I think it's going the full. Fight goes distance, minus 205. Not throwing my money on this fight. Throw my attention for it so I can give my play-by-play, and I damn sure hope that I'm way off. I hope that this is the most entertaining fight of all time, but the odds are this fight is going to make you want to close your eyes. And that's it. And that's the truth. Unfortunate truth. And I hate saying it, but I'll keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not lying. The Late Night Live is unfiltered, and it's honest breakdowns, and this is the honest fucking truth with this fight. I'm not excited for it. One bit. Not one bit. And very rarely do I ever say I'm not excited for a fist fight. All right, let's keep running up. I am going to get the poll set up for this next bout. Towards 10:15, I'll bring a guest on. Hopefully, I can get at least up to the co-main event, at least up to the Chandler fight. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Let me throw the poll up here. Trinaldo versus Roberts. Trinaldo versus Roberts. Good fight. We shifted into turbo here with this matchup. All right. Francisco Trinaldo versus Danny Roberts. I like the hot chocolate side. He should beat a 43-year-old Trinaldo. Trinaldo's not the quickest guy. I think Roberts has a clear speed advantage. I think he's the more versatile kickboxer. I do think Trinaldo is going to be difficult to deal with in the close range. I do think Trinaldo hits pretty fucking hard. And if he touches the chin, Roberts could feel it. But I feel like Danny Roberts should be good to go and win this fight. He's a fair amount quicker than the older Trinaldo at this point. And I really feel like the kickboxing should be on display. Southpaw versus Southpaw, so it'll be interesting how that plays out. I do think that the side of Danny Roberts does maybe some decent work in the close range, ripping elbows, a little bit of punches. Trinaldo's going to be looking more for the power overhand shots to close the distance. I do think he'll try to wrestle a bit. He's a really strong guy physically, but I think Danny Roberts for the win is the pick. I like the overall striking game more so. I think he's a lot more versatile standing, and I think the grappling chops are there as well. He should beat Trinaldo. At 43, Trinaldo should be getting knocked out in the second round by Danny Roberts, but he won't. Danny Roberts is going to win by decision. That's the official pick on this one. And I'm pretty sure he does. Odds are even money, minus 110 towards either side. As far as over 2.5, minus 175. Roberts by decision, plus 225. I like Danny Roberts for the win. I think he gets it done. W for Danny Roberts here. The Danny Roberts side with the victory. Yeah, see, that's what I'm hoping for, man. I agree, bro. I agree. Robert should win. Agreed, 100%. That might be him, brother. That might be him. Dude, that is funny, though. It's pretty hilarious. It's the same guys who make a new account every time. He's like 7 accounts in 10 minutes. Chandler a lock? I don't think he's a lock, bro. He should win, but I don't think he's a lock. Roberts gets slept. Oh, shit. I got Roberts by decision. I don't know what you're saying there, man. Shit. You like Chandler? Tony's saying I'm picking Chandler. Trinaldo is a tough OG. As far as the people's picks, 52% on the Francisco Trinaldo side. As we'll keep on running up. We'll speed it up just a bit so we can get towards this main card here. We're jumping to the featured prelim. It's a good one, man. It's a damn good one. All right, all right. Brown. Brown versus Khaos. Randy Brown versus Khaos Williams. Downtown Brown. Randy Rude Boy Brown. All right. Randy Rude Boy Brown takes on Khaos Williams. Fun matchup at welterweight that I think is going to be pretty damn entertaining. I feel like Randy Brown has the more versatile skill set. I think he's better technically with the kickboxing. He's a guy that's pretty good from long range. Little bit worrisome keeping the hands low. And Khaos Williams is a pretty serious puncher. I don't love Khaos Williams' striking game technically, but if he lands, he's got that explosive knockout power that you're just born with. He has it. Randy Brown's been knocked out before. I don't think he's going to be able to go through 3 rounds with Khaos Williams without getting clobbered by one big shot. So I'm going to have to pick Khaos Williams to knock Rude Boy out. I'm thinking second round. I'm thinking second round KO. Could happen at any time. Could happen earlier. Could happen later. Could happen in the third. Could happen in the first. Depends on Randy Brown. I think early Randy Brown will look pretty good from distance, get the first round. And I think Khaos finds that touch of death and sleeps Randy Brown. Big W for Khaos here. I think he's going to get eaten up towards the top of the weight classes, man. But as far as these back end, mid-tier, upper echelon mid-tier, like a Randy Brown, I feel like Khaos finds the chin of a lot of these guys. If you're Randy Brown, maybe look to grapple, but Khaos is very physically strong and isn't a bad grappler either. The odds are close here. Khaos, the minus 107, and then Randy Brown plus 100, but it's minus 110 each. It's a pick'em's fight. There's an even money matchup, in my opinion. Win by KO for Khaos, plus 175. Feel like that's how he's getting it done. If Brown's to win, it's got to be a decision. Can he go the full 3 with Khaos Williams? I don't think so. I don't think he's going the full 3 without getting clobbered. I'm going Randy Brown to be slept, KO, knockout. Let me pull up this chat here. Need a 100% winning pick. I don't care about the odds. Sorry, AJ. I dropped my phone on the last post. Let's go with Olives at the top. Charlie Olives. That guy, that's pretty funny, man. What a weirdo. Nice to see my forehead wrinkles here for the stream. Mad about Sergio and Blades? What are you mad about, bro? Guru deserves it. Hamza versus Diaz. Yeah, it seems like that's a fight. I think it's just he's pretty good from distance and he's showing improvements. Khaos Covington. Yeah, very opposite. Far opposite. They couldn't be more different. Yep. I'm going touch of death, man. What's up, my brother? I'm doing fantastic, bro. How you doing? Rude boy. Can Khaos win a decision versus Brown? Maybe. If he drops him, yeah. Yeah, he could win one. That is true. That is true. It is the bigger cage. Could be a tough fight. Khaos could get it early in third. Being beat up until the knockout. Definitely possible. Habib's entire bloodline. Khaos is putting Rude Boy to sleep. Can Khaos Williams stop the takedown? I can also see a Randy Brown sub. He impressed me with the one-handed choke. Randy Brown's dangerous on the floor. Chandler by decision, almost guaranteed. Fialho, you think he's Italian? Nah, he's Portuguese, bro. That's close, though. Ryan Chandler by submission. How mad is Dana White leaks? Dana White's pissed. I'm going with O'Malley to win a decision. I like this fight with Khaos Williams and Randy. The official people's pick are 60%. 60% towards Khaos Williams. Good shit. The power is the equalizer. The ultimate equalizer. Cowboy, Cerrone, and Lozon to start the main card off. Guys, if you haven't, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button. Show some love to your boy on the live stream. Those are fantastic. I really appreciate each one of you guys, man. The continued support of this channel has been amazing. We're on the constant upward trend of growth. I'm super excited for this weekend. I'll be live for the full pay-per-view, so tune into that Fight Companion. But yeah, smash the hell out of the like button right here, and let's talk some more fist fights. The main card of this honestly worthy pay-per-view event. First fight on the main card. Donald Cowboy Cerrone takes on Joe J-Lo Lozon. Cerrone is a guy that has been off the rocker. I mean, he ain't been fighting good, man. He's looked bad. Lozon is coming off a high, a really good win over Jonathan Pierce. It was 2.5 years ago. Jonathan Pierce is a featherweight. He's not an upper echelon featherweight, but he's okay. Donald Cowboy Cerrone's fighting at 170. And I mean, he's losing these fights. He still had a draw against Nico Price. Should have lost the decision, but you know, the point deduction, whatever, it's still a draw. Bad knockout loss to Morono. Bad knockout loss against McGregor, Gaethje. But with Pettis, he lost a competitive decision that could have went his way. I think he should beat Joe Lozon, man. I do think Lozon comes to bang, and he's going to try to turn it into a war. For that reason, I think that there's going to be a finish here. I'm liking Cowboy Cerrone's chances at a knockout, and I think a head kick is going to land here. I have a feeling we're going to see Cowboy Cerrone land that head kick KO. I don't know why. I'm having this weird urge. This is purely, a live call. I didn't plan saying that before. It just came like, I don't know why I'm feeling the head kick might land. I think he's going to touch up Lozon's face a lot. Lozon's got a lot of scar tissue, been punched a lot, and I think Cerrone stops him in the second or third. It's a fight that you retire after because he's going to look a little bit better. He's going to go to war with Joe Lozon. He's probably going to have the urge to stay in the cage, though. But retirement would be the best case scenario. Probably not going to happen with Cowboy. We love him, and we'll always watch him fight. Cerrone for the W. As far as the lines for this one, Cerrone minus 164, Lozon plus 150. I like Cerrone for the win. Do we go over a round and a half, minus 150? We probably do. Under 2.5, minus 160. I don't love it. I think it ends inside of the distance, but if Cerrone won a decision, I won't be surprised. I don't really love the Cerrone by KO prop at all, but it is plus 210. Cerrone by decision plus 365. I think we got a violent fight, man. I'm excited to see these two go after it. It's hard to see a decision, but I could also see it happening. But I'm going the way of Cowboy Cerrone to win, and I'm going win by KO. I think he gets it done. I think he's going to sleep our OG Joe Lozon. I like J-Lo, man. I'm a Boston guy, so I like J-Lo. I don't think Lozon's winning this fight with Cerrone, man. I don't think it is happening. You think they're both getting beat down? Shit. Round one, Lozon. All right. Cerrone will still be my boy. Come on, Cowboy can get this W. Yeah, I feel the exact same. Let's get him a W and let's retire on a good note. Coming up, brother. Coming up, brother. Yeah, guys, smash the hell out of the like button. I think we're past 10 right now. Officially live, we're at 48 likes. I'd like to see, at least 60 up in here. We got almost 100 people watching, so smash the likes if you haven't. Why do you think in the U.S. media, Bronx doesn't get respect? I think it's because they don't give him credit because of the language barrier. I don't even know if it's fully that. I think that even a lot of fans don't really respect Bronx. You look at him getting hit, getting dropped, and everybody's like, he sucks. But he weathers storms and he wins fights, and that's why I'm confident in him, man. I like it. I'm so excited for the fight. Let's go. Let's kill it. Yes, sir. Two guests, Uncle Weezy popping in, and our guy, Andy Gonzalez, MMA. Let's go. Guru's mad. Oh, okay. You're talking about Guru. Okay. I think Cowboy takes it, but if he loses, definitely the end for him. Agreed. I think it's the end for both. Let's call it. Let's call the end of the road here. Cerrone, my pick. The people's pick, 63% on Cowboy Cerrone. Great fight. Great fucking fight. Like, this is a Legends card. This is a good weekend, guys. We're going to enjoy the fuck out of this card. I'm telling you, you're going to see great fights. The main card, people were complaining about it. There's legacy matchups between legends. I love the legend status, man. I love these legend matchups. All right. OSP versus Shogun Hua. Fantastic to see these two going after it. Let me get the timestamp up so I can save it for the people watching on replay. Ovin St. Preux versus Mauricio Shogun Hua 2, the rematch, baby. They're going after it once again. The first fight was not competitive. It was 39 seconds. Shogun got caught early in that fight, went out. And that was like, maybe Shogun's somewhat downfall, but he's had ups and downs since then. If you bring up the record of Shogun since that fight, I want to pull it up here. Shogun Hua fought and lost to Ovin St. Preux in 2014. He then went on a 3-fight win streak. Nogueira, Anderson, Corey Anderson, now's top line, John Villante. Quickly lost to Anthony Smith. Did beat Tyson Pedro. That's a solid win. Drawed with Craig. You know what? Not a bad loss. Split decision against Grandpa Rogerio Nogueira. That didn't look good. Paul Craig beat the brakes off of him in November of 2020. Stopped him due to strikes on the floor. But Paul Craig's a dangerous grappler. You know what? Shit, Shogun lasted a while. Ovin St. Preux hasn't looked great. He was up at heavyweight trying to do his thing there. He looks slower at heavyweight. Guys are going to touch him up there. I'm glad to see him at 205. He's a 205-pounder. I think Ovin St. Preux has the power and the awkwardness to still land and knock Shogun out. I think Shogun slowed down. I don't like what I see from Shogun anymore. He's not there anymore, in my opinion. And I think that Ovin St. Preux is going to expose that again. I think he's going to win by KO. He's going to sleep Shogun in a round or two here. I would love to see OG Shogun somehow come out, but I don't think it's happening, man. I think St. Preux catches him with an overhand again. I think that chin's there, and I think St. Preux sleeps him at some point throughout this fight. Plus 206 for Hua. Ovin St. Preux minus 226. Older guys in the UFC at this point. I mean, Shogun's been around forever. The who's who is really who's he fought. Like everybody. Over a round and a half, minus 145. Under 2.5 rounds, minus 160. Fight ain't going the distance here. So under 2.5, I think is a decent play. Fight ends in the distance, minus 205. This fight goes 3 rounds. I'm going to be shocked. St. Preux by KO plus 200. I do think he does a repeat and he gets another KO. I don't think he gets a sub of Shogun unless it's a tap to strikes. I mean, Shogun pretty defensively sound with the jiu-jitsu, man. I'm going Ovin St. Preux by knockout. He's going to beat Shogun Hua once again. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. That was a fucking blast having Sergio on. He's a cool dude. Canelo for the win, bro. Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is. I'm excited to talk to him. Thoughts on Cassidy Campbell? Campbell's a fucking goofball, but he does a good job with his trolling, man. He's got a channel that is fucking blown up, so good shit to him, bro. Yeah, he is a great dude. Gem of a guy. Depends on which OSB shows up. He gets lazy. I think he's showing up to win, man. You don't want to lose to Shogun in the rematch. I think he just got beaten down, bro. I think he just got beaten down. Yeah, OSP fights Bear 205, 100%. Lock of the night. I'm liking Olives at the top. We'll talk about it soon. The fight's going to be weird, man. The fight could be very weird. Brendan Crybaby Moreno, Crybaby. Live official poll, 63%, 61% now towards the side of Ovin St. Preux. I am going to close it out and work towards our featured bout of the night. I will be sending out the live links to my 2 guests at 10:15. So let's see what I can get to. Hopefully I can at least reach the main event, and then I can bring the first guest on, and we'll even talk about the main or co-main together. I'm excited, though. We're talking about the people's main event, Chandler and Ferguson. Let's go, guys. Smash the hell out of the like button if you haven't. Show some love to the channel. Show some love to your boy. We got tons of content dropping all week long. So you haven't subscribed, make sure to, because I'm dropping videos pretty much each and every day of the week. Tony El Kakui Ferguson and Michael Chandler going after it here. You get the timestamp written up here. Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, people's main event. This is the one. Smash the likes for it. Show some love. And let's talk about this fight. It is the comeback for Tony Ferguson. It's a chance for him to get back in the upper echelon of sport. If he loses this fight, it's not a good look. If he loses this fight, that's going to be 4 in a row. And it's going to be like, hey, Tony, you should walk the other way and call it. I don't think he's done yet. I still think Tony Ferguson's dangerous. Standing up, he's always going to be a problem with people. His jiu-jitsu's slick, but it's very awkward, and it's only going to work in certain matchups. I think Michael Chandler's going to be a really hard guy to get control of on the ground. Michael Chandler hits like an absolute Mack fucking truck. If he touches the chin, he's going to do damage. Tony Ferguson's got an iron chin. Tony Ferguson took Gaethje's best shots. Chandler somewhat took Gaethje's best shots too. He was hurt bad. Ferguson dropped Gaethje, though. Let's note that. And like Chandler nearly hurt Gaethje in the first. So it's going to be an interesting fight because you look at that common opponent, Justin Gaethje. They both had violent fights. I think Tony Ferguson is going to fight a more patient Michael Chandler. I think Chandler's going to fight a bit smart. Of course, he's going to look for the knockout. I don't think he finds it on Tony. The chin of Tony's solid. So if somehow, and it's definitely highly possible, if Ferguson gets Chandler involved in the brawl, gets him gassing himself out, I think there's a chance Ferguson could stop Chandler late, maybe even submit him. But I do think there'll be a little bit more of a reserve. There's going to be a little bit more patience. Chandler knows he doesn't have to go to another war like he did with Justin Gaethje. He doesn't have to do that again. I think he needs to fight smarter here, be calculated to beat Tony Ferguson, land big shots, mix in a takedown, control from the top. Don't get caught in anything awkward in the ground. I don't think Chandler will. His submission defense has always been extremely good. It's a hard guy to deal with on the floor. Great wrestling background. Standing up, there's a big reach advantage for Tony Ferguson, but he's an older guy, 38, so maybe a little slower. I'm going Michael Chandler by decision. I think Ferguson's going the distance here, and that in itself is almost a win. As far as the line, Ferguson's a huge dog, plus 330. Chandler, minus 351 is the favorite. The line is not competitive in the slightest. Over a round and a half, minus 150. I think we're going over a round and a half. Chandler to win by decision, plus 260. I don't like the play, though. Chandler to win by KO TKO plus 110. They're thinking he stops it. I like over 1.5, minus 150. That's a touch that I'm kind of feeling here. I think it's one that could happen too. You think Chandler's too aggressive for the old man? Definitely possible. I think Tony will be the first to submit Chandler. Remember this, AJ? I got you, Joe Rogan. I got you locked in. I got you. What's Tony's best game plan? Takedown and submission? No, striking for sure. El Kakui all day. Let's go, man. Let's go. People picking Ferguson just can't let it go that he's not who he was. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out. I don't want to hate on him, man. Yeah, go with your head, my brother. I'm going with my head as well. El Kakui needs to keep it standing. Darius held him down 3 rounds. Facts, dude. Going to sprinkle Ferguson by finish. He's a live dog. He's always a live dog. Hate Chandler, but Chandler wins. 20, maybe. And he could do some violence. I think Tony's best game outlast Chandler and pull off. If it was 5 rounds, it's better for Ferguson. Chandler by decision plus for easy money you ever make. Mark my words, easy win. I don't think he will put Tony out. I'm going to throw like a light sprinkle on that. Ferguson was dangerous. Now, not as much. You think Chandler can't help himself? He definitely gets brought into the wars. That wouldn't be a good look. You're right. Damn, bro. Damn. Hey, thank you, my brother. Gym's going fantastic, bro. The gains are coming in, getting lean as Fook. Cardio every day, lifting every day. And the physique's coming together, bro. I'll drop a transformation pic in the next few weeks on the fitness IG. So stay tuned for that, man. Chandler gets on top. As he brutalized Tony, maybe 15 minutes, but it won't be pretty. Won't be pretty, man. Won't be fucking pretty. When has Chandler been finished? Oliveira and Patricio Pitbull and Will Brooks finished them. King of cardio, baby. The king of fucking cardio. I do got Canelo this weekend. I do. Now, I am going to get ready to send out some links to my guest here. I don't want to keep him waiting too long, so we might have a guest pop in for the co-main event. Let me send that to myself here. All right. I'm back, baby. Let's see. Got to get the links, guys. I'm not abandoning you, man. I'm checking out this phone right now. I'm dug deep into it, man. Serrano was raw. I didn't watch the fight. Yeah, I like Chandler. I like Chandler, bro. I'm a fan. If he ankle picks Chandler, that would be fucking crazy. I would put nothing on it, but shit, if it's plus 10,000, throw $5 on it. Let's go. Throw a little something. All right. I'm just going to throw out links now to the people who are popping in. I'll do it in order, I guess. I should do it in order, man. That's probably my best bet, right? All right. Guest number 1 should be here momentarily. I just sent him that link to Uncle Wheezy, the first guest. Andy, I got your link coming in the next few moments. I don't want to keep you waiting in the bottom of the chat there if you're not guest number 1. Let me quickly grab the headphones as well as we get ready for the guest appearance. I'll bring my guy in, I guess, during the co-main breakdown will be the plan here. Yeah, guys, the people watching that haven't smashed the like button, smash the hell out of the like button, man. We got some A1 guests about to join us. You don't want to miss this fantastic show. Let's fucking go, lads. Let me see what the live poll is for the Chandler fight. Michael Chandler right now, 70% of the people are on him, 71%. So Chandler, I would consider to be a confident pick by the people. A confident pick. Let me get the poll up for the next one. Co-main event. We're already on the co-main. I'm a Yunus versus Sparza 2. Let's go. Let's fucking go, lad. Let's fucking go, lad. Andy, I'll have the link for you in the next 10 minutes, my brother. So stay patient. I know you're somewhere in here watching, my bro. I think Justin had the harder route for the belt. Let's fucking get it. I got the poll up. So get your votes in for the co-main event. I am going to timestamp. So we got it locked down. I got to hit these timestamps, man. It's the only way to get it back popping the right way. Guest number 1 is coming in, and he's helping me break down the co-main event of the evening. Uncle Wheezy in the house. My guy, what's up?
Dude, what's happening, man? How you doing today?
Super excited to chat with you, man. It's great to finally meet you face to face, my brother.
Absolutely, dude. I've been watching your content forever. I even remember back in the day you were doing a show with Brady on one of his DraftKings shows, and I was like in the chat going, this guy AJ knows what the fuck he's talking about. So it's a real pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, bro. I've been wanting to get you on for a while, man. I said I got to line it up, and I hit you late notice, man. So I got to tell you, I really appreciate you coming in on the late notice as well, man.
Oh yeah, that's no problem, dude. Believe me. All I do on Tuesday is just watch tape and get ready for my show, which is starting in 45 minutes. So I've been in front of the TV. I've been watching Rose. I've been watching Carla. I've been watching Chuck Olives. I've been, everybody that's really on this card, dude. 15 fights to break down. So it's already been a long week, but man, when we got a card this good, we've got to do our work. We've got to put in the research, because it's not only fun to watch, it's just way more fun to watch when you're cashing tickets.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm hoping to come back with a vengeance this week. Last week, I got shafted in the office, but it happens occasionally, man. You know the game. Sometimes you're going to have those rocky weeks when nothing makes sense. Like, and that was last week for me. I said, damn.
Did you have money on that Collier-Arlovsky fight?
I didn't throw down on it like a moron.
Neither did I. I'm so glad, man, because Sal D'Amato strikes again. And I mean, he's done it to me so many times, AJ, that I really felt everybody's pain, because I was out at a friend's place. I didn't even get to watch that fight. It wasn't one that I really cared about to begin with. But, man, I heard that Collier probably won all 3 rounds, and that everybody, you know, that's at least what
I haven't rewatched it. But in the moment, I said this. I said, you know, I kind of see Collier probably deserved it, but I called it on the live stream. I said, guys, you know who's getting the win? It's going to be Arlovsky split decision. Like, I knew they were going to give it to him. It was one of those fights where it was like, there was just enough that they could let it slide. Like, it was definitely more towards the side of controversial. I don't want to say it was a robbery, because it's not like Jake Collier, you know, dropped him 2 times. And it's like, how the hell you give this ludicrous round? It was like ultra competitive. Collier finished stronger. They still gave it to Arlovsky.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't even watch it, but, you know, I just, you when you're on Twitter long enough and you've got enough contemporaries who've got money on the fights, when you trust them when they're like, dude, I had that 30-27 Collier, man. I don't know what happened. And so, you know, it's rough, because what we do is hard enough already, but we're battling the refs. We're battling the judges. Sometimes we're just battling really bad game plans from the fighters that we bet on. Sometimes it's just a lucky punch. So, you know, I mean, you've really got to put in the research and try to find those spots where you're getting your money in as good as possible. So over that long haul, you know, we're coming out ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I think it's a great segue in. So I want to first get like you don't have to give all the takes, especially because you got your show coming up, and I definitely want you to shout that out for the people after. What would be some of the picks you're willing to drop now that you're feeling fairly good about?
Okay, so I put a bet in mid last week on Tracy Cortez's money line at -170. It's already trucking against me. I almost got in at -180. And I said, I'm going to wait a little bit, see where it goes, because, you know, I feel like Gatto is a really good opponent, and I feel that she showed out really well thus far in the UFC. But, man, Tracy Cortez, she's grew up with the Cejudos. You know, I mean, like, she's been in wrestling rooms with the Cejudo family since she was 14 years old. This girl's been practicing mixed martial arts since the age of 14. You know, coached by Santino DeFranco and Eddie Cha and Henry Cejudo and Angel Cejudo here. I went back, I watched all the tape on this young lady, and I mean, her wrestling and her cage wrestling in particular is next level. And she's doing this to 135 pounders as well as 125 pounders. So when I watch Gatto, you know, I see somebody that's just a little bit less experienced on the aggregate right now, even though she's been in the game a little bit longer. And I see really good Brazilian jiu-jitsu from her back, but it's not something that Tracy hasn't seen before, having a 3-round fight with Erin Blanchfield, having a 3-round fight with Stephanie Egger. And another thing that really has got me regretting the -170 money line bet that I made is that Tracy Cortez has only won 2 fights inside the distance, and they were against extremely low-level opponents. I wish I would have waited and went for the decision prop. But now that the line is moving in favor of Gatto, I feel that there's going to be a ton of value on Tracy Cortez by decision. And look, you can get Cortez by decision at plus money and Gatto's money line at plus money and come out just a little bit ahead if you want to play both sides. You're just saying, I don't think that Tracy Cortez finishes her, and Tracy Cortez is not a finisher. But I know that there's a lot of people on the Gatto side this week, AJ, but I get burned so fucking often when I get confident about women's mixed martial arts, AJ. I'm telling you, man, every damn time I have a strong read on women's mixed martial arts, I usually wind up eating my words. And I just got this feeling again, Tracy Cortez, man, I really like her. I think that her wrestling is something that people are really sleeping on. And let me just give you a little bit of stats here. Yeah, 12 of 26 on her takedown attempts in 4 fights. Over 50% control time for, less than 5% control time allowed. So she's winning a ton of minutes on the ground. And then the stand-up is serviceable. Yeah. It's not great, but you know what? If you go back and you watch Melissa Gatto before the Victoria Leonardo fight, you couldn't even describe her striking as serviceable. So she's made big inroads. She's really improved. Her body looks great. She looks very strong. She looks lean. She's long for the division, and she's striking long. The way that she dug that kick to the gut of Sajara to finish her was really impressive. But I'm really, really impressed by Tracy Cortez's cage wrestling and freestyle wrestling and submission defense and ability to get up when she gets put on her back. I think she's going to win a ton of minutes on the ground, stay safe from submissions, and win this one via decision. It's one of my most confident picks of the week.
Okay, I like that, man. I guess I'm falling into the Gatto trap. I almost felt as I talked about this fight, even live with the viewers. My favorite part is as I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, like the odds of me really liking Gatto are diminishing by the minute here. Here and now, you're on the side of Cortez. Yeah, that's a fight that I think I'm gonna sit on, not really touch the bet side unless something really pushes me. But like I'm definitely of what does they say? It's like leaning both sides of the fence. I kind of went Gatto, but I feel like it could be I'm jumping on Gatto because, you know, she got that impressive win over Sajara, as a girl who I think is a hard matchup for a lot of girls. But it's like, how many times does that body kick land if they fight 5 times, you know?
Yeah. And not only that, Sajara was done. Sajara was gassed about a minute into the second, and she still got that takedown in the second. But, you know, you could tell that she was just done. And that doesn't happen to Tracy Cortez. She does not gas out because she pushes that wrestling heavy game plan for all of her fights. You know, to see her pushing that pace into the third round is something you definitely need to see. But as any good capper, you can never get too confident about your own side, the side that you're picking. You always have to admit what the strengths are of the person you're picking against. And believe me, Melissa Gatto's got great conditioning. She's got improving striking and very dangerous and aggressive Brazilian jiu-jitsu from her back. So don't get me wrong, dude. I see what the other side is seeing as well. I just think that the wrestling is going to be too much. I think we're going to see a wrestling clinic here put on by Cortez, and I'm going to be adding to my money line bet with probably a unit, maybe a unit and a half on Cortez by decision.
I like that, man. I like that. The official Uncle Wheezy pick here, man. Now, I do want to jump towards the co-main event. And because this is technically my co-main event segment. So I wanted to get your co-main event take here. I don't actually have no idea what side you're on. So I'm pretty excited to hear which one you're on. I'll give you mine first, though. I'm still going the Rose Namajunas side, but it's nervous. Like it's a nervous Rose Namajunas side. I feel like my fear is that Esparza consistently can land some takedowns and gets into that chain wrestle game and wears on Rose. You know, I don't want to say Rose is breakable. She's not easy to be broken, but if Esparza's keep landing takedowns, get some control time, I see frustration as I guess a little fear I have there. Now, still, I don't think the odds of Rose Namajunas losing are like in my mind enough to sway me to Esparza as the dog. I'm like at the 70%. I think Rose Namajunas should be able to defend maybe not all the takedowns, but a good amount of them. I think she should be able to get back up to her feet if she is on the floor. I think she'll be active from her guard if she is on the bottom. And if you look at some of the fights with Carla, you know, she has competitive matchups against good strikers that manage distance fairly well. Even the fight against the Karate Hottie, that was a super close matchup. And I hold Rose Namajunas, you know, a lot higher in that regard than a Karate Hottie. But the last fight against Xiaonan was just a blow your dick off performance. It was a great fight. It was a great performance. It was a beating. But I'm like, how many times the Spars are really doing that? She's more of a decisionator. So I look at the fight and say, you know what? I'm going to go the Rose side still. I think she can offer a serious threat standing up. Who has more finishing chance? I'm saying Rose Namajunas. And I also think Rose can beat her on a decision too. But I'm going the Rose knockout side. I don't know. I have a feeling she's going to find the touch from distance, even letting the hands fly a bit. What do you like here?
So, like, I'm looking at Rose's stats, and I've got her losses highlighted here, right? And in all 3 losses, she's either being out-controlled by her opponents or just like even in control time with them. But the thing about Rose is that her takedown defense isn't great. She's only successfully defended 15 of 29 takedowns. And in those 3 fights that she's lost, AJ, she's been taken down 7 times in 11 attempts. And in one of those losses, there were no takedown attempts at all. That was the loss to Carolina Kovalevich, which we could throw that one away for the most part. It was a long time ago. We don't want to talk too much about it. But the other 2 losses are, of course, to Carla Esparza and Jessica Andrade. And in those 2 fights, she's taken down 7 times on 11 attempts. And in those 2 fights, she's controlled for a total of 400 seconds. That's where she's losing minutes, right? When we look at the rest of the fights, she's not getting taken down. She's never been controlled for more than 100 seconds in a win, except for once. And every other time she was controlled for less than 50 seconds in a win. So it seems like Rose does her best work when she's not being wrestled, when she's not being grappled, when there aren't a lot of takedown attempts against. And when we look at how the fact that between the last fight with Weili Zhang and between her very first fight, which was against Carla Esparza in the UFC, she's only had 4, 7, 10 takedowns attempted against her in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights. So when she's winning, she's staying standing. She's not being grappled at all. When she's losing, she's being grappled, she's being put into control time positions, and she's being worn on. So we know what Carla's going to do. Carla's definitely going to wrestle. That's how she beat her the first time. I don't think anything has changed, especially when we saw that last performance against Yan Xiaonan. That was like, holy shit, Carla's looking more like Tatiana Suarez now. She's getting the takedowns and then just not holding you down, but like looking to put your head through the canvas. So I am liking the plus money on Carla here, man. And I'm thinking Carla by decision to get even a little more juice because I don't really see her finishing Rose down there because Rose is aggressive off of her back. But this is a 5-round fight, and it's hard to push a wrestling-heavy game plan for the full 5 rounds. So, if she has success early but can't get the takedowns late, we could see those last 2 rounds be kind of like a slog. Where Rose is a little bit slowed down after 15 minutes of wearing Carla's weight, and Carla's just doesn't have anything left in the gas tank to get Rose down to the floor. It could get really ugly. But I think I'm going to go Carla by decision here, dude.
I respect that side, man. As a Rose fan, I'm hoping that it's not. But yeah, I like that take, bro.
I'm a fan of Rose. Believe me, dude. I love both of these ladies are fantastic. But, we're going to see a lot of takedown attempts here. 113 takedown attempts for Carla Esparza in her 13 UFC fights.
She's averaging
she's going to wrestle. She's going to put on her singlet. She's going to do what she does best. And she's going to try to make this a very uncomfortable fight for Rose. So Rose is going to have to work for submissions, going to have to try to keep this standing, going to have to really stay on her bike and have great footwork here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think you said it right. She's got to do the striking game to near perfection. And Carla's going to be looking to get her to the mat. Dude, I like the takes, man. I love how you have the stats on hand, too. That's why I was excited to chat it up with you, man, because you bring that ball. You do the balls deep breakdown.
Yes.
So that's a perfect way to shout yourself out, bro. We got over 100 people in here, so definitely let the people know where to find you, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Uncle Wheezy. Like I say, I do balls deep breakdowns of fights, and I do a full card breakdown every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Central Time, called Just the Tip, where I give you just the tip of the stats. We don't go balls deep into everything because, otherwise we'd be there for 14 hours. But I'm also doing work on the MMA Engine YouTube channel, and we will have a website coming soon, AJ, and we're going to be giving a lot of data-driven solutions to over-under betting, to DFS, and to just straight money line betting. I'm bringing all my analytics and stats to the website, working with DFS by the numbers with my guy Monk Maddox and my guy Lupita. We're going to be starting this website at the end of May here, and we're going to be launching it. It's going to be a place for content creators to post their content so that the MMA community can watch it. The entire site is just dedicated to the UFC and UFC gambling, so DFS as well. So that's what we're doing over there. I'm going live in like a half an hour on my channel to break down all 15 of these fights. But yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Uncle Weezy. If you haven't subscribed or checked out what I'm doing over there, please do. We have a lot of fun over there, and we fucking break down these fights from nose to toes, man. We give you everything that we can, and I don't just look at stats, AJ. I'm sitting here watching tape 40 hours a week, dude. Because when you combine the stats with the tape, with the analytics, with the benchmarks, boy, it keeps you away from those lines where you're overpaying, and it really helps you smash those spots where we're getting the value over the books.
Love to hear it, my man. Love to hear it. I'm excited for your show, man. Definitely, guys, check out Uncle Weezy. I'm probably going to be finishing up right before you go live, man. So definitely the people will be coming to see you. Thank you so much for jumping in, man. First time,
I appreciate
it was a pleasure,
you, AJ.
bro.
I
Absolutely,
appreciate you, man.
We'll do this again
really
for
enjoy
sure,
what
bro.
you do, dude. I will. Anytime you need me to come pop on, I'd be happy to do it.
Thank you,
I
bro.
love what you're doing, AJ. And shout out to everybody that watches AJ's channel. You're watching one of the OGs here, one of the greats. So thanks for having me on, brother.
Listen, man, I appreciate the fuck out of that, man. Much love, Weezy. It's great to meet you, man. We'll definitely be in touch, my brother. Have a great night, my friend.
Let's do it. Talk to you later, man. Bye-bye.
Peace, Weezy.
All
Uncle Weezy in the house. That was great, man. It was so nice to finally chat up. And we talked on DMs for a while, man. So I was really looking forward to that collaboration. That was fantastic. Now, our next guy is about to come in. Before I bring in our next guy, I got to give you Namajunas, 80% of the people's pick. I am on Namajunas. Uncle Weezy, though, he's against me. He is going towards Esparza. He did have some solid takes to back it up, and I definitely understand that play. I am going to throw up the poll for the main event as I bring on our final guest of the evening. He's essentially the cult hero of this channel. He's my guy, Andy Gonzalez, MMA, the king of the Espanol predictions. What's up, my brother?
What's up, brother? What's up, AJ? What's up, people? ¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo estáis?
Let's go, man. I'm doing fantastic, bro. Everything is good, man. I'm feeling good, getting lean and mean, bro. I've been saying it all live, bro. Getting shredded out, getting diced. You know, I'm feeling good, man. My energy's higher, bro. I feel high energy as hell right now.
Yes, it's super necessary. Get ready, get fit to attack these cars.
Yes,
man,
sir.
The leaks. You notice the leaks of Sean O'Malley, Pedro Munoz, like Stipe Miocic, John Jones. They won that fight 30 July. 30 of July. I love the summer. The summer is going to be very hot, man.
Very I like that. The summer is gonna be hot, bro.
Man, what do you want for me? What do you want?
So let's do this. Let's start it off with the main event. Let's do a main event breakdown, and then we'll jump to some of your more confident picks, man. So the main event of the evening, I'll start it off. It's Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira. Also, for the people watching, smash the hell out of the like button and subscribe if you're new. Great main event this weekend for UFC 274, bro. I'm on the side of Charles Oliveira. I do believe he will probably get hurt in the first round. He'll fall to his back. Gaethje, smart, probably won't enter the guard. If he goes crazy and ballistic, tries to finish him, there's definitely a chance that he gets subbed. I love Oliveira on the ground. I love him from distance striking. But something that I feel like people don't appreciate enough from him is his clinch work. He's very good with the elbows in close, knees to the body. I feel like Justin Gaethje is going to be looking to chop at the legs and wing some over the hand shots. And I feel like he's going to put a high pressure on him, like kind of early from the start of the fight. I feel like if Gaethje's to win, I'm feeling like it's in the first 3 minutes. I feel like Justin Gaethje will catch Oliveira, put him out cold. If it goes longer than that, I think Charles Oliveira will find a way to get a submission. I think maybe getting the back of Gaethje and rear naked choking him. What is your take, Mr. Andy Gonzalez?
Well, the problem with Gaethje, I think, is the pressure like Oliveira can bring to the fight. The pressure, the consistency, the tenacity, because Oliveira is underestimating the tools, in the total tools, in the global tools. Because Oliveira, for me, can bring with his style a similar fight like Khabib did in the past against Gaethje. The pressure, the front kicks, keeping the distance, but be careful of the, because Oliveira is a frontal fighter. Gaethje is a frontal fighter that has 3 basic combos, but 3 dangerous combos. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to Gaethje to win by knockout here, because Oliveira needs to be careful with the management of the distance, with the management of the pressure. But for me, as long the fight goes, for me Oliveira is the winner here because he's so dangerous. He's a hunter. He's a hunter. If he can capitalize the mistakes of Gaethje, because as long the fight goes in the third round, the pace of Oliveira is too high for Gaethje. Gaethje gets tired easily in comparison of Oliveira. Oliveira never gets tired, like the son of Kevin Gates, never get tired. So, so for me, Oliveira is a difficult fight to call because Gates is a dangerous fighter. You notice that with Ferguson. You notice that even come with Khabib because the fight was more difficult than seems. Khabib needs to work a lot, needs to pressure a lot, and it's a different fight because Khabib has the tools of the wrestling. So Gaethje was worried with the wrestling, with the takedowns. Was a difficult fight, but for me, has the tools Oliveira to win another one and make that fight of Islam Makhachev in the future. Oliveira Islam Makhachev is the fight to make. But this it's a difficult fight to bet and get money. With the winners, of course, with the winners.
Yes.
But for me, Oliveira is my favorite here. I see winning the fight.
I see it too, man. I like the bet on a money line. Right now, the line is sitting around minus 163. Bet online has them at minus 175. Gaethje plus 154, around plus 150. I like Oliveira to win. I'm going to play the money line, but I am going to put a little bit down on Oliveira to win by submission. That's about plus 125 to plus 155, depending where you play. I feel like win by submission is a pretty high possibility here for the Oliveira side. I'm glad we're on the same side this week, Andy, especially you coming in hot. Last week, you were the man on fire when everybody was getting burnt alive. You were, I don't know, man, invulnerable. I don't even know the word for it, man. You didn't have any issues, bro. You killed it last week. So I want to know, what are some Andy Gonzalez confident picks this week? Bets, anything that you like here, over unders, whatever you like, brother.
Yes, for winners in the prelims, in the UFC prelims, I like Clayson Rodrigues, great Muay Thai. CJ Vergara is a fighter that absorbs only boxing. But Clayson Rodrigues, I like a lot in Danaway contender cities. Has the grappling advantage, has the Muay Thai advantage, the striking advantage. So way better fighter. Is that flyweight fighter one to watch, in my opinion. Andre Fialho is way better than this opponent. I watched that opening, of course. Cameron VanCamp is a fighter that has a striking a lack of in the defense, and Fialho closed the space very well. He's in that momentum of a great a great moment against Pereira, even losing that fight. Against Baeza has a great moment too, because knocking out in the first round. So dominant in the clinch with the uppers. He's a solid fighter, Fialho. For me, it's a lock. Fialho is one of the locks. Clayton is a lock. Fialho is a lock. And for me, Uncle Wizzy is not agree with me, but Gatto is the better fighter.
Okay, you're on the other side there. I'm with you on Gatto here.
Fighter. He's not a lock. He's a good play, in my opinion.
Yes.
Okay, the judges come screwed up the decision. Why, man? Uncle Wizzy talked about the Erin Blanchfield fight. Erin Blanchfield was 19 years old. For me, even that fight, Blanchfield won that fight because was active in the ground, was active with the striking. Cortez, another call for Cortez. Cortez is getting worse and worse. He's a young fighter, but he's not improving. That's facts. That's facts. Tracy Cortez is in the social media. Is in the I don't know. The last time failed the weight and get just in case goes in the third round because he's not being active. He's not being active with the wrestling. He's so dependent with the wrestling. Depends a lot of the wrestling. So Gatto is the better fighter, man. You call that. With Sigera Evans, that is a bantamweight, and versus Gatto, lost the weight. She didn't make the weight. Evans, that is difficult to the girls deal with an aggressive wrestler from the bottom. You know, it's so difficult for the women because in the women's is so difficult the weight deal with more weight people,
bigger girls.
For the men's it depends, not, but it's not that as differential. That's not as differential. For me, Gatto I like, and the two underdogs that I like in this card, Randy Brown. Randy Brown is fighting to the distance. Randy Brown is a better fighter in my opinion. He can get active in the boxing, and Khaos Williams against this kind of people, against Baeza, against Pereira that fights go in the distance, he only leg kicks. He is selective. He's a dangerous fighter, Khaos Williams, but he needs a mistake of the fight. He needs a mistake like Baeza did, like Morono did, like Abdullah Al-Razak did. It's a tricky fight, but it's valuable the side of Randy Brown, because I think Randy Brown can win to the distance. And for example, if you want for me, Namajunas is going to win. Man, Esparza is only wrestling, more offensive wrestling. For me, Namajunas, the differences between 8 years ago, you can watch the fight. Namajunas, she thought that she will be the next Ronda Rousey. She overconfident in that fight, overconfident, because she thought that she could knock out Carla Esparza in the first round. You can notice that seeing that fight, and I think even in the distance has the advantage, because Esparza has not striking, zero striking, is only one punch. Man, the people don't expect a fight like Vicente Luque and Belal Muhammad too. It's not. Namajunas is so intelligent. You can notice that with Willy Thang. For me, Namajunas won 5 rounds in the Willy Thang too. I don't see a Willy Thang, but Willy Thang with a good game plan make the judges make a bad decision, because that's not Willy Thang didn't won 3 rounds. Which one rounds won Willy Thang?
I gotta rewatch the one again, man. Yeah, I gotta rescore it. Yeah, I definitely thought Rose won. Yeah, I definitely thought Rose won.
Namajunas is one of the good plays, and for me, it's probably not a good value, but Charles Oliveira just engaged is not going to the distance.
No, I'll tell you what the line is for not going to the distance. I'll pull it up right now. Not going the distance, Oliveira versus Gaethje is sitting at minus 350. Under 4.5, minus 265. I think it's going under 2.5, minus 140. I think it ends in the first 3 rounds.
Probably, but Gaethje needs to be careful with the management and Oliveira too.
Yeah,
this is not going to be an automatic pilot fight, a zombie fight. Oliveira can capitalize like he did against Kevin Lee, against Poirier. He can do that fight, that taking the back on Gaethje and submit him.
Yeah, I think that's the way. I'm with you, bro. I'm confident on Oliveira. I'm glad you're on the Oliveira side this week. You're with me on a few of the picks. I'm on the other way with the Randy Brown fight. I think Randy Brown, better technical fighter. I'm just thinking that Khaos Williams finds the chin, man. The knockout shot comes through, but that's a fight I'm not touching. I'm not touching that fight.
Yes. I see by fighting in the back foot. Fighting in the back foot. I don't know to say that in English, but it's fighting like Tecia Torres against Mackenzie then. You know that what I mean, no?
Back foot, like fighting more off the back foot. Yeah, you said it right. I understood that. Yeah.
Great boxing, front kicks, picking apart. Khaos Williams picking apart. And with the boxing, if you want a pick. Canelo, I think, is going to win by decision that fight because Bivol is a solid fighter. Is a light heavyweight boxing.
Champ, yeah.
Is 175 and 175 pounds. It's going to be like the Kovalev fight, taking his time, and picking the rounds to pressure Bivol. But it's going to be a competitive fight. But I see Canelo winning by decision.
I like that. Fight. I like that. I'm with you on that side. What about you? You like any Bellator? Yeah, Bellator, yes. PFL. Okay, let me hear some
Bellator,
of these.
Ryan Bader is going to knock out, in my opinion, Jake Conwood. But the smart play here, because it's not good, bad value. Ryan Bader win that fight. For me, it's a confident pick. It's a confident pick. It's one of the confident picks. And back into UFC, I don't have too much. Brandon Royval, for example, I like the pace of Brandon Royval. I think he's going to finishing that fight. He's going to finish that fight.
I think he finishes them too. I like ends inside distance. I like the takes, my brother, as always. When you dropping your breakdown this week?
My podcast is going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, guys, check out Andy Gonzalez's podcast. You saw I sent you a screenshot. I saw me. You got 50 likes on that. So you growing up, man. You getting there. I like what I'm saying.
Yes. We are making moves.
Good shit.
One of the collaboration that we make was with a Spanish channel with 100K subscribers.
Really? That's fantastic.
We are making moves. We are making great analysis. Like I said, people, keep calm, make money in the process. Don't try to be millionaire with a car. It's impossible. Not impossible. In this life is not always everything is possible in this life. But they keep calm, man, because you have, for example, Fialho is a lock. Throw money there. It's not like Dean Barry for men. Dean Barry is not a lock. These channels cannot lie in you. It's a lie that Dean Barry is a lock. But Clayson Rodrigues is a good fighter.
Yes.
A lot of better than CJ Vergara. Andre Fialho, the same here. And Canelo is going to win to the distance. You have a good piler with a parlay. Sorry,
I might have to play that. I might have to do it, man. I might have to play the Andy Gonzalez parlay.
Yes,
week, bro.
Clayson. I repeat, Clayson, Fialho, and Canelo by decision.
Beautiful.
It's a good parlay.
I like that play. Andy, you are the man, my brother. Thank you for coming on consistently, man. I know you're up early every morning, and I'm glad that I'm the first person you see to wake you up, my friend. Let's go. Kill the day. Keep doing your thing. Much love, my brother, and I'll be watching your pod, bro. Even though I can't understand anything that's being said, I'll definitely leave a like, my brother.
Yes, in Spanish too. I talk too quickly. I go with stats. I'm going with the style of the fighter,
Yeah, that's good though.
And I talk so quickly. It's too different. It's like I talk in English. In English, it's difficult to me because I need to process the information, the stats, the numbers. See my face in the camera. So many things.
You're doing a great job, my brother. Andy, thank you for coming here again. I'll talk to you in the chat all week. Let's cash some checks, baby. Let's go. Let's make some money, my brother.
Yes. This card is going to be very good.
It's very good. Guys, check out Andy Gonzalez MMA, the #1 growing Spanish MMA podcast on the internet, and I can't wait for it to pop off, my brother. Big things coming for Andy, guys. Give him a subscribe. Even if you don't speak Spanish, you get to see Andy doing his thing. He flows nice out there, man.
One thing for the people, for the English people, if you want, you can watch my podcast because you have the picks anyway. For example, if you watch my podcast, you can at the end of the fight, or because I break down all the fights, you can see, for example, at the end of the Namajunas Esparza fight, the breakdown, I have my my pick. For example, Namajunas decision. That my partner pick. Sparta decision.
Yeah.
So you can watch my podcast. You can watch my podcast to get my picks if you want. But you can understand if I saying this is not allowed. This is this is difficult. The Fridays I have my particular bets. You can see, for example, to my logs. I'm going to do that in English too.
Good.
The translating, because
Good.
for example, in Spanish log is fijas.
Yeah.
The minimum of logs is fijas.
Fijas. Okay.
Fijas, seguro.
I'm
Safe.
getting a Spanish
Safe.
lesson over here from this
Yes,
guy. You're
yes,
gonna
the
have me
safe.
speaking it. Hola,
The,
¿cómo estás, my friend?
the safest place. The safest
Okay.
place. My underdogs, all that stuff. In the end of my video, my Friday's video, you can watch my logs and all that stuff. I'm going
Good.
to do that for the English people, for your
Good.
English community. That is a great community. I'm
Thanks,
so
brother.
glad to be here. We chatting with
Absolutely.
you about MMA.
My guy, I'm glad to have you here, brother. It's been a pleasure chatting it up. I'm gonna let you go, my friend. Do your thing, guys. Check Andy out. Andy Gonzalez, MMA, my guy. You'll see him next week. We'll be chatting all week long in the live chat. Much love, Andy.
Thank you, AJ. Take care, people. Thank you.
Peace out, my brother. That was the legendary Andy Gonzalez, cult hero on the channel. Two amazing guests today. Uncle Weezy, I love the way he broke it down for the Esparza fight and the Cortez fight. I was really glad to have him here, especially because he is on a different side, which I always love hearing the other side. And I think he has some very valuable reasons to be on those sides. So shout out to Uncle Weezy. He's the man. And Andy, great takes as always. He's my guy. He had a great week last week when the majority of us had a serious struggle. So I always give Andy a ton of respect. He's my guy coming through, the number one guy in the Spanish community, and for the picks, of course, for the breakdowns, for MMA overall. Keep your eye on Andy. Big things coming. Much love, guys. I hope you enjoyed another late night live. Some fun ass guests, bro. That was great. That was absolutely fantastic. Better than I even expected. I knew we had some really good guests on, but the show was phenomenal. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, please do so. Smash the hot of the like button. Support the channel. I'm dropping fire content all week, so keep it locked in. I got this week's best MMA bets tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Thursday, the money line with my guy Mike Finch. Friday, weigh-in recap show, and Saturday, the full card fight companion. And of course, I have the shoe ready to rock. We can rip a couple shoeies for you guys. I'm hoping we get at least 2 for this pay-per-view card. Much love, my people. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, guys.